Here's a truth nobody wants to hear. You're probably not broke because of your job. You're broke because of your mindset. And until that changes, your income never will. Think about it. We see stories everywhere of people who win the lottery and end up broke again within a few years. On the other side, there are people who start with nothing, build fortunes, lose it all, and then build it all back again. What's the real difference? It's not the money they had. It's the mindset that either attracts and grows wealth or repels and destroys it. A wealth mindset isn't some magical thinking. It's a practical framework that helps you stick to your long-term goals, even when it's boring. It's what stops you from making emotional spending decisions, like buying a new car after a bad day at work. It's the mental guardrail that keeps you out of unnecessary debt. Most importantly, it's what allows you to build wealth slowly, consistently, and on purpose. Money always follows mindset, not the other way around. You don't get rich and then develop good habits. You develop the habits of the rich, and then wealth starts to find you. So, how do you actually build this mindset? Let's break down 3 powerful shifts that will completely change your financial future. The first, and maybe the hardest one, is delayed gratification. This is the superpower of choosing a bigger reward later over a small pleasure right now. We live in a world built for instant gratification. You can order food, clothes, and entertainment with a single click and have it in minutes. Our brains are literally being rewired to expect things immediately. But wealth doesn't work that way. It's about saying no to the $100 dinner out tonight so you can have an extra $1,000 in your investment account next year. It's skipping the flashy new phone upgrade so you can be financially free 5 years sooner. Every time you choose the long-term goal over the short-term thrill, you're casting a vote for your future wealthy self. Are you currently living for the weekend, or are you building for the decade? The second shift is patience. This one is tough, especially when you see people online flaunting their overnight success. But here's the secret. Wealth doesn't explode. It compounds. It grows quietly, almost invisibly, for years. Then, one day, it seems to appear all at once. Think of it like planting a tree. For the first few years, you water it, you protect it, and it feels like nothing is happening. You just see a tiny sapling. But underground, a massive root system is developing. Then, after 5 or 10 years, the tree suddenly shoots up, providing shade and fruit for decades. Your investment portfolio works the exact same way. The first $10,000 is the hardest to save. The next $10,000 comes a little faster. The journey to your first $100,000 might take a decade. But the journey to the second one might only take 5 years, and the one after that might only take 2. The magic is in the waiting. It's about trusting the process even when you can't see the progress. And that brings us to the third most critical shift, consistency. What do you think is more powerful? Investing $10,000 one time, or investing $100 every single month for 30 years? The small, consistent action wins every single time, and it's not even close. Big one-time actions are exciting, but they don't build lasting wealth. It's the small, boring habits repeated for years that create incredible results. It's automating your investments every single payday, whether the market is up or down. It's consistently increasing your savings rate by just 1% every year. It's choosing to cook at home a few nights a week, every week. These actions seem insignificant on their own, but compounded over 5, 10, or 20 years, they are the very engine of wealth creation. Consistency beats intensity, always. So, knowing this is one thing, but how do you actually develop this kind of mindset in a world that is constantly screaming at you to do the opposite? First, you need a destination. Set clear, long-term goals for what you want your life to look like in 5, 10, or even 20 years. Not just, I want to be rich. Get specific. I want to have a net worth of $500,000 by the time I am 45, so I can work part-time. This gives your daily choices a purpose. Second, take your emotions out of the equation. Automate your investing. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to your investment account on the day you get paid. This way, you invest without even thinking about it. You're no longer deciding whether to save or spend. The decision has already been made for you. Third, and this is a big one, stop comparing your journey to someone else's highlight reel. Comparison is the thief of joy and the killer of progress. You might be on chapter 2 of your financial story while you re-looking at someone else, chapter 20. Focus on your own progress. Are you better off today than you were last year? That's the only comparison that matters. To help with this, review your finances quarterly, not daily. Checking your investment portfolio every day is a recipe for anxiety and bad decisions. Let it grow in the background. Finally, you have to celebrate the small wins. Did you stick to your budget for a whole month? Awesome! Did you automate a new savings goal? Celebrate that. These small victories build momentum and prove to yourself that you are capable of achieving your long-term goals. Okay? They are the little deposits of confidence that compound over time. Let's look at a real-world example of how powerful this is. Imagine a 25-year-old named Alex. Alex doesn't make a huge salary, but decides to start investing just $150 a month. That's about $5 a day. Less than the cost of a fancy coffee. Alex automates it and forgets about it, staying consistent for decades. By the time Alex is ready to retire at age 65, that small, consistent investment has quietly grown into somewhere between $300,000 and $400,000, depending on market returns. Alex didn't get rich because of a lucky stock pick or a massive inheritance. Alex built wealth by mastering delayed gratification, patience, and consistency. It wasn't about how much money was invested. It was about how long and how consistently it was invested. That is the simple, boring, and unbelievably powerful secret to building wealth. Most people fail financially not because they're unlucky, but because they quit too early. They give up during the boring middle part, right before the compounding really takes off. If you are serious about changing your future, start with your mindset, and I promise you, the money will follow. If you're ready to build long-term wealth, make sure you watch the next video. We're going to cover the one mindset shift that most people never learn until it's far too late. Thanks for watching.